Hello, good morning, welcome from Cyprus. Well, Supergirl is a hit, and I'm extremely ecstatic and happy about this. Obviously, a big DC fan, a big superhero fan of both companies, but this is so exciting and a very pivotal situation. It's now officially the number one show in the world. So why is this so pivotal? You may think I'm going to talk about female-led characters. Yes, it's absolutely a great situation now, because it shows that if you do female characters, whether or not they're superheroes or whatever, if you do a good led story with a female in it, it'll work. Why wouldn't it work? You know, females are people. Yes, it's just the point that Hollywood sexualise their female characters too much, and this is where it all falls down, and in the end they just become smug bitches that nobody likes, and this is where Hollywood get it wrong. But when they get it right, like they did with Sydney in Alias, and like they did with those wonderful women in Desperate Housewives, it works on such a great level. But when you make a female, when you sexualise her, and you use her, but you pretend you're making her strong, people see through it. So this is brilliant. And the reason that Supergirl works, let's just talk about this. Supergirl has all the powers Superman has. They talk about Superman on the show. She is a brilliant character when done properly, and she was done properly. She has been done properly. It's what I love about Melissa Benoist's performance, who plays Supergirl, and Kara, is that she's very likeable. She's very sweet, but she can be very strong as well. And I'm not talking about the superpowers and all that, which is brilliant and has been brilliantly done. It's the personality. Melissa Benoist has given this Kara, this Supergirl, great lovable personality. This is a character I would love to be friends with, and that's where the success lies. Also, it's got a brilliant supporting cast of characters and actors playing those characters. Really, Dave Harewood, who is actually a British actor, great stuff there. Just Calista Flockhart, for crying out loud, Brothers and Sisters, Ally McBeal. This woman is a brilliant character actress, or actor as everyone likes to be called these days. So that's brilliant. I love how she plays Cat Grant. I think we're going to see that character unravel so much more, and it's going to be exciting to watch. You know, so many positives, and for me, not any negatives. Now, what does this mean now for the industry? Now, despite the big success of Arrow and The Flash, it's still been perceived that maybe superhero shows are still a bit risky on the big networks. Supergirl is on CBS, the biggest network in America. That's the biggest one. That's the one that gets it more right than wrong. So CBS basically own the CW. So the CW could have had Supergirl. Actually, Supergirl is right up the CW street with their obsession to attract young females to the network. But CBS said, no, this is a great opportunity for us, not only to do a female-led show that could be successful, but to actually have a really big hit with a superhero show. Now, I am not stupid. Well, I am to a point, but not in this aspect. It looks to me that Supergirl's not going to be. Now it's been a success, and hopefully those numbers hold for episode 2 and going forward. I think there's a great opportunity here. It's no accident that Superman's been mentioned. I think now they will be planning a Superman TV show. I think that was always the plan. I think we don't actually see Superman's face. We see his hand. We see him flying away. I think he's already been cast. That's what I believe. I think he's already been cast, and they're secretly developing this tentatively, I think. And there will be a Superman TV show in the next couple of years. I have no doubt about that. It's really exciting to think that CBS have thrown their hat in the ring. And why not eventually, if a Superman show is successful, a Batman TV show, a proper one. Forget Gotham. I don't watch Gotham. I watched half the first season and I've let it go. As awesome as it is to think that you're seeing all the villains before they become the proper villains, it's not. You know, I thought we were going to get a proper pre-Batman story focusing on a teenage Bruce Wayne, which is not what we're getting. So anyway, going off state, this is now opened the floodgates, not just for CBS. Now, because obviously they have an agreement in place with Warner Brothers and DC. That's why through their ownership of the CW, they by next year we'll have 3 DC superhero shows: Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. And I think going forward now it is really exciting for Supergirl, because with all the kind of DC characters that they're going to be bringing in via Supergirl, with Melissa Benoist being such a brilliant actress, and then we have to go further and think, well, why have Arrow and The Flash never mentioned Supergirl? Why did Supergirl say before Earth only had 1 hero, now it's got 2? That's interesting. It can't be because Kara is... From Kara's point of view, I suppose it could be before Arrow and The Flash were there, but then if she's before them, why haven't they mentioned her? My theory is they're pretty much from different universes. I don't think Superman and Supergirl are from Earth 2, because the Flash from Earth 2 in The Flash didn't mention that. So that's interesting. So they're obviously from another universe, another version of Earth. Now that's really neat and really interesting if this will be touched on. Now, on the superhero show on IGN, they were talking about how DC have separated their TV universes to their movie universes. And they were saying, well, maybe it's going to be one of these things where they mingle, they do kind of a big team-up thing with like heroes from different Earths, different universes. That is interesting. Then one of the guys said I forgot his name, said, no, well, they're not like Marvel, they don't plan properly. Well, you don't know that. You don't know what they're planning. You don't know if they plan things properly. So it's all very well criticising DC constantly. I love what DC are doing. I love Man of Steel. I love Arrow. I love The Flash. And I now love Supergirl. And Legends of Tomorrow absolutely looks outstanding. This is a plan to have these 2 separate worlds meet together eventually. Not now, maybe in 5 years or whatever. That's very exciting. And I do believe that's what's going to happen. I do believe the Superman TV shows is definitely coming. The Batman TV show is more of a dream from me, but definitely I do foresee a Supergirl spin-off, which is a Superman TV show. I think they will introduce him on Supergirl first eventually. Wouldn't even surprise me if we see a fully bodied Superman in the Supergirl finale. If they haven't, I don't know about the filming schedules, but if they haven't finished filming Supergirl, now they know it's a hit, Superman might actually properly be introduced. But I loved how they introduced him in the pilot. I thought it was very clever. You know, if it's not a success, they haven't lost anything. If it is a success, boom. You know, I think what was brilliant about Supergirl, you're kind of smiling all the way through. It's very, very positive. It's got this great... It's what people want from Superman as well. Now, that's why some people were disappointed in Man of Steel. Not me, by the way. But people want to see that kind of Donnerverse, that kind of bright, kind of having like Superman and Supergirl being positive figures, positive heroes rather than negative ones. And she's certainly a very positive, upbeat character. You're on her side. You adore her. The smile, but Melissa Benoist's smile just makes you fall in love with Kara and Supergirl straight away. Melissa Benoist has got great quality and could easily be a movie actress, could easily do a movie of Supergirl. She's got that quality, just as Steve Amell has and how Grant Gustin has as well. So, you know, as I say, these universes could just come together. So it doesn't mean we're never going to see them together. So it's all exciting times for DC. You know, a few months ago, Spielberg said superheroes, people will get bored of them. They're not getting bored of them. Even though critically you could criticise Avengers Age of Ultron, it made a lot of money. A lot of money, and if it was creatively better, it would have made a lot more money as well and broken some amazing records. So there you have it. A superhero show is #1. They're not going anywhere, and expect lots of more big networks to launch a lot more superheroes. But with CBS, they have the agreement with DC to, you know, represent all the DC characters, so it's really exciting. NBC failed with Constantine. Constantine didn't fail. NBC failed Constantine. Great to see Matt as Constantine in Arrow next week. I cannot wait for that. It's going to be brilliant. Hopefully the CW eventually give him his own show, because the man is brilliant and he deserves it. Thank you very much. If you haven't watched Supergirl and you're into all that, do it!